Welcome. My name is Christian Hoyle, the mindsetmentor.co.uk. I had a little bit of a thought on this one. Do I go late to work or do I get my message out that I've wrote down to put in my podcast? And I've chosen to be late to work because I think it's about giving a message today. But I'm going to give that message to you because this will last forever in time, whereas the message today isn't definite how long it's going to stay or how effective it's going to be. Let me tell you the message. So like I said, I'm doing some teaching at the minute. Went back and I had a bad class this week. I had this year 9 class. Majorly bad, but I left frustrated. And it was frustrated by I tried something different. I tried to give it something different. And sometimes kids, they almost only respect discipline in a certain kind of action, and I don't go with that style. So essentially I left this room frustrated and asked myself some questions. What went wrong? What could I have done different? What went wrong was my reaction. Definitely my reaction. Your one response is how you react to stimuli. That's all you've got. And normally, whether you do, whether you don't, I keep mentioning that, I decide you're not going to get me. I'm going to remain calm, and whatever you do, you won't get me. On this day, there was a lot of them. There's like 30 of them. So I left the room and I also thought to myself, some of how I delivered wasn't good enough. I need to change it. Didn't max the group size and whatnot. So that was like a professional thing. So anyway, it really frustrated me. I left that night. I'm thinking I've got to come back to this group and say this is unacceptable. And it's the way in which we do it, because I deliver a message in a different way, and I've been thinking how I deliver this message. So yesterday I find out who their form is, the one form going around. So I found the form teacher, and she happens to be very strict. Something that I could never do. When I went in to get her, she had 3 kids standing, and she asked them, I think you've got to apologise to me. And it was a certain style. Because I was a naughty kid, I'm still uncomfortable with that style. And so now I know, I've told her I'm coming to her form tomorrow, I want to have a word with her. She was like, yeah, you're not the only one, I'm going to do something about this. She was like really being a bonnet. So I was thinking about it, she's going to do that, she's going to do the telling him off thing. And telling off lasts for a few seconds. I want something to last forever. This is my idea. My idea is that, I'll just lay it out now. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to say, listen, last time was unacceptable. I'm here to tell you that, but I want to deliver it in a different way. So there's this YouTube video called Christian the Lion. I remember it from my previous teaching when I was younger. And it's basically about two people in London who, at the time in London, you could just have a lion. And they get this little baby cub and then they leave, and it's about them reuniting with him. It's a beautiful story. So I'm going to play Christian the Lion, and at the end of it, they've played it and they're going to be shocked and probably feel pretty caring about this video. And I'm going to say, I'm Christian the teacher. And what you lot doing is stopping me from giving you the likes of Christian the Lion by getting caught up in a little bit of conversation, a little bit of non-respect, a little bit of thinking you know more. Why don't you let people like me give you something you've never had before? Because you're going to get everything off everyone else. But the little messages, just like this, and the good things, I want to be able to do that in my classroom with you. So it's a total different style. It might totally bomb. So I've got this out now, risking being late. It might totally bomb. It's like, there's certain messages you want to get out. Here's a sad one, 2 sad ones. One sad one, one great one. So the sad one was, so when my mum was dying many moons ago, we didn't tell each other we loved her. We did, and we hugged and all that. When she died, I asked her to email a letter. And it was this letter that became part of my grieving and really helped me. And she wrote this beautiful thing. She wrote 2 things, because it was a final message. I don't know if anyone, I hope you're not hearing this and you have to leave that, but I don't believe it's the end anyway, so it's not a bad thing. One was, it just said, love your greatest fan, Mum. Chris, I'll be waiting for you at Heaven's Gates. Beautiful message to me. She wrote some other stuff. She actually told me that I was vain in this letter to keep my feet on the ground, which was just like my mum. So that was amazing. There's another message that I gave that's never come up. Because I grew up as a fatherless son, I always wanted someone to come and protect me and look after me, because I knew I didn't. Mum was at work and I was missing that male role model. So one of the things that I always thought about was, I always told my kids, if you ever need me, ever, doesn't matter when it is, you ring me and say I need you, Dad, I will drop everything wherever I am. I will come. Instantly I'll come. No matter where it is, I will come. From anywhere, I'll rush there, I'll leave whatever I am. So I've had 3 kids, one's 24, the youngest is 15, so that's 24 years of it. How many times have they asked me to come? The figure's none. The figure's none for one reason. Because when you give them the confidence that you've got that behind you, it's not that they need it, it's the confidence and feeling that they know it that gives them strength. So that was a message that I really important. I'm going to have to miss one of my points. But yeah, messages. When I found, so 4 years ago, something really mad happened to me. It was like a life-changing event. When I started a YouTube channel called The Crisis Coach, no idea why, I never wanted to start one. So when I started it, they say that you don't get any views in the first few weeks. I did. I got like 100, I got quite big views off one video, and I'm feeling pretty good about it. God, I've broken the matrix. I'm gonna do really good at this. And then I saw what the stats were, and I had 178 WhatsApp shares. I was thinking, well, yeah, WhatsApp shares, people. And then I started to realise why. That was lads sending my videos, taking the mickey out of what I was doing. There was a famous thing, I saw this, my mate's son. He was funny enough. He's gone to a prison for a long time, and I don't think he's really in that predicament to handle that. But I wouldn't wish ill of anyone. But he made me feel so bad. I saw him in town, and he didn't see it. I saw him, and he's showing his mate me, and showing him something on the phone. And I remember it crushed me inside. And I remember it was like one of the times I never went. The big event happened. I never went to my best mate about that, but I went about this because I was so unhappy and emotional about it. And at that time, they were all taking the mickey out of me. People were joking about me. My son said, people were giving him a hard time at school and whatnot. And it's funny then, after a while then, people then just start watching my stuff. And funny enough, they start taking a bit of strength. And you might find that you're one of them now who's listening to this, because you've heard I've done this. And now you're listening to what I'm doing now. And it's like, you don't sometimes see the message that you get. And just like Christian's lying, you don't know how long it's going to last. But you know that you're giving other people strength. When you stand tall, it's a bit like the Gareth Southgate thing at the minute. We're in a final on the weekend for England. He stood tall, and that strength in that is something you've got to admire and love. And I've stood tall through all my things, and now I'm just known as that guy who just does the YouTube videos, or does motivational speeches, or does like this podcast, or does other things that I've done. And if I'd have caught up in what he was saying is mimicking, and I'd given in, I wouldn't have seen the next part of my journey. I wouldn't be stood right here now rushing, thinking, God, I'm going to be late for work here. But I won't be thinking that. But it's that message, you never know who's listening. So I thought now I'd be a little bit late and take that on. Because I don't know who's going to message. This is in time. There might be no one ever listens. And if they don't, that's fine. But if one of you listens, takes on board, looks at some of the other stuff, and I give you some strength, and that's all I could ever want. Because at times when I haven't had strength, I've needed to seek strength in others. And I hope that I find that for you. But it is that time I'm going to have to go. If you want to get hold of me, it's mindsetmentor.co.uk. Send me a message on there. But if not, take responsibility for how you feel. Make sure you go off with a smile. Just start making your day happen wherever it is. And just enjoy everything you've got. Because it's short. I'm off to a funeral straight after this. An amazing guy called Riggy, who for me was a legend. He got to 79 and he was just a legend. So I'll be spending some time for him. But yeah, think of Riggy. Think of a smile. Make sure that you have a good day.